Hey, so you're probably here because you want to learn how to manually install a Crusader Kings 3 mod from Steam Workshop. So what you want to do first is take the link in your URL bar, and for this tutorial, I'm going to be using more unique buildings as the example. So paste that right in. I'm going to be using Steam Workshop Downloader.io because I prefer it personally to the other one. And you should see the option to download it. So click that. Depending on how big the mod is, it might take longer. So overhauls might take a minute. And you should have it download relatively quickly. Okay, so that's done. And over here, you're going to see this zip file. It should have some numbers in front of it. That's the mod ID. And you also have the name of the mod, most unique buildings or whatever. So you can use 7-zip or WinRAR, and either one works, but in the case of 7-zip, you can just do extract files, and you want to extract the mod. You don't need the zip file anymore after that, so I just deleted it. And you're left with this folder. And what I want you to do is open it and look for the file called descriptor and drag that out. So what the descriptor does, it's also the .mod file. It basically tells the launcher, or Crusader Kings 3, what the name of the mod is, and it's just a way for the game to identify which mod it is. And you don't need to keep those numbers in front. I think that's pretty over the top. You can just rename it to something simple, like the original mod name. I'm going to rename it to more unique buildings. So keep it like that, and rename the descriptor to the same thing. So you can open the .mod files with something like Notepad++, and you're going to see some text like this. You don't need to keep the version and tags. Those are unnecessary if you're keeping it manually instead of from the subscription button. So take that out, and you can also take all this clutter: picture, supported version, remote file ID. You don't need that, but you need to add something, and you need to add the path. So you're going to type in path equals quotation mark and mod slash. That'll show the game where the mod is located. So right now, the name of our folder is more unique buildings, and that's what I'm going to name this to. Now you might be wondering, why do you have a name then? Basically what the name does is it tells the launcher what name to display. For example, if I took this out and just put more buildings, it'll go to the correct mod folder, but in the launcher it'll just say more buildings as the name of the mod. That's just to clarify. You don't really need to know that, but just know that you need to keep this name as the same as this folder. So you can close that once you've added the name and path, and then now you can drag it out into your actual mod folder. So that's what I'm going to do. I have it on quick access, so it's easy for me to just throw it right in. Notice how I did all of that work outside of the mod folder. I just did it because I have a lot of mods and I don't want all of them. I don't want to get confused while I'm editing the text file and stuff. So I just do all of that outside and then drag it in. So let me look for it, more unique buildings, and you should also find the mod folder over here. So they should be separated, and that way it'll be showing up in the launcher. And once you're done with that, you should just be able to open the launcher and see it. Let's see if it works. Alright, so I opened the launcher and click Manage Mods and click Add More Mods. You should be able to see it now, so that's one good thing. And add it to the playset, and now you can just drag it wherever you want. And that's it for the tutorial. I'm going to be adding like one last tip for you. So the one drawback of manually downloading it is that you can't see any updates. Like if you're subscribed over here, like it'll automatically update it for you, but when you manually download it, it won't show up. So I have a tip for that. Well, so go to the workshop page, right? This is the workshop for Crusader Kings 3, and you're gonna go here and you're gonna click your favorites. So a thing I like to do is keep all the mods that I've downloaded manually as favorites. So how you do that is basically I'll go here and then I'll just click this button and it'll favorite it. Let me go back to that page. So yeah, you have to click your favorites. And over here you can sort them and you can check the ones that are most recently updated. And this way you can check like when the last release was. And based on that, once it's updated, you can manually reinstall it by doing the same process as I described in the tutorial. I hope that helps. Thanks for listening.